Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Ibrahim Ibn-Wunigh, and in this episode I want us to talk about the differences between the Open Doors and the Russian government scholarship. Guess what? A lot of guys still contact me and they want to know the differences between the Russian government scholarship or the education in Russia and then the Open Door scholarship, right? Because both of them are fully sponsored by the Russian government, right? So people still get confused when they hear the Open Door scholarship and the Russian government scholarship and the Russian government scholarship or education in Russia. Yeah, and so we want to see if we can address that issue. I've been able to capture some similarities and the differences between these scholarships, and I'll be sharing that with you. The first thing you need to take note is that the Open Door scholarship is closed for now, right? Yeah, so those who applied this year are waiting for the results. So that one is closed for now. But the Russian government scholarship is still open, and if you are an African, if you are from any country and you want to apply, you can apply. So if you are in Africa and you want to come and study and pursue your further studies in the Russian Federation, you can still apply for the education in Russia. Its deadline is on the 15th of January 2025. So you still have an opportunity to apply for this scholarship, but the Open Door scholarship is closed for now. So let's get straight to the point. So the first thing I want to talk about is the sponsorship. Both scholarship schemes are sponsored by the Russian government fully. It covers your tuition fee, and then you have monthly stipends. Yes, so that's the first similarity I want you to note. The two scholarship schemes are fully sponsored by the Russian government. The next thing I want to talk about is the stipend. Yeah, so both scholarship schemes has the same stipends. Okay, the stipends only vary based on the university. Even within each scholarship scheme, the stipend varies based on which university you choose. Some universities pay more, others pay less. Yes, and then also the next similarity I want to talk about is the Russian language option. Okay, for both scholarship schemes, you have the opportunity to choose to study in a 1-year Russian language program before you start your main program. Yeah, especially if you are coming to study in if your program of study is in Russian language, then you will be required to undertake a Russian language as a compulsory course before you proceed with your program. Yeah, otherwise if your program of study is in English, you can choose to study in Russian language or not to take the Russian language course at all. The choice depends on you. Yeah, but I feel that to be able to interact with the people, it is better to take the Russian language. My program of study was in English, but I decided to take the Russian language because you are coming to live in the place where you can't find most people from where you are coming from. So, and the majority are the people, the indigenes of the country. So it is better to understand their language a little bit so that you will be able to interact with them. In order to be able to interact with them. So I think it's always good to choose the Russian language program. Now, the last similarity I want to talk about between these two scholarship schemes is that is the scholarship coverage, right? Both scholarship schemes covers bachelor's, master's, PhD, and even postdoc. Yeah, the Open Door scholarship used to cover only master's and PhD, but this year they added bachelor's and postdoc. So if you just graduated from your high school and you want to undertake your first degree, you can apply for Open Doors or the Russian government scholarship. And if you just completed your PhD studies and you want to do postdoc too, you can still apply for both scholarship, and you will be able to do your postdoc research. Yeah. Now let's look at the differences. First major difference I want to talk about is the eligibility, right? Yeah, the Open Doors is open for all foreign countries. So from any country at all, you can apply for the Open Doors, and you will be accepted if you qualify. Yeah, whereas the Russian government scholarship only covers for certain countries and not others. Yeah. If your country do not have this that kind of agreement with the Russian government, then you will not be qualified apply for the Russian government scholarship. So you need to read their eligibility criteria and be able to know if your country is eligible for the Russian government or the education in Russia scholarship. The other difference I want to talk about is the university coverage. Okay, the Russian government scholarship or the education in Russia covers all universities, whereas the open door scholarship covers some universities and not others. So for the open door scholarship, it is a group of universities that came together to form this particular scholarship scheme, and it is only covered under these universities. So if you choose any university out of it, you may be asked later to transfer or to change a choice of university. That is why you have the opportunity to choose up to 6. At least one of them will be covered under this scholarship scheme. However, the Russian government scholarship is open for all universities, right? So if you win the Russian government or the education in Russia scholarship scheme, you will be eligible. You can study in any university of your choice, and that is quite good. The supervision part of it is also another difference, another issue, because the Russian government scholarship is open for all universities, for all departments, whereas the open door scholarship is only covered by certain universities and of course certain departments or programs. So for example, if you choose biotechnology, okay, to study, if you choose PhD biotechnology in a particular university or PhD international studies in a particular university, and that particular university, even though is included in the open door scholarship scheme, but the department you chose, they don't have a registered professor or lecturer to supervise that particular program, then you have a problem. You need to change or transfer your program. You need to transfer your program because they have some particular professors that are registered under this open door scholarship scheme who are eligible to supervise, especially PhD, who are eligible to supervise PhD students who are PhD students under the open door scholarship scheme. So if you choose a program or a program in a department that is not or in which they don't have a registered professor, then you will have a. So the simple thing is to, read through the universities, get to know which universities offer your program, and then which departments fall under this open door scholarship, or if you can choose any supervisor from these departments, and it will make your work very simpler. Now, I call this the major difference between the open door scholarship and the Russian government scholarship. It has to do with documentation, right? Whereas in the open doors scholarship scheme, you can upload your documents if they are either in Russian language or in English. So if your certificate and your transcript, your medical certificate and stuff are all written in English, you can upload them for the open door scholarship. If they are in Russian language, you can upload them. But the Russian government scholarship or education in Russia, you have to translate all documents into Russian language. So your certificate, your transcript, your medical report, your motivational letter and stuff, all these ones you need to translate them into Russian language for the Russian government scholarship. All these things are things you need to take note of if you are applying for the Russian government scholarship, especially that one is still open for now. So if you intend to apply for it, you need to ensure that all your documents are translated into Russian language. Yes, and that is why I think it is a major difference between these two scholarship schemes. The other major difference between these two scholarship schemes is that the Russian government scholarship has no exam, right? This one you just apply and then you upload your documents. I mean, you create your account, you register, you create your account or register, you fill in your information, your educational status, previous education and current education, and then you upload your documents, and that's all. You are done. Well, but the the open door scholarship, you need to write an exam. Yeah, so you create an account or register, you create a portfolio, you upload your documents and everything. You take an entrance exam. And in this open door scholarship, they rate your portfolio, right? So your portfolio will be rated up to 100. So as much as you can, you need to try to upload. You need to try to upload as much documents as possible, or as much documents as you have, so that your portfolio rating will hit the 100 level. And then you also have to try to pass the entrance exam. The entrance exam comprises 45 questions. You need to be able to pass the entrance exam with a high portfolio ranking in order to be qualified for the second stage exam. Yeah, so the second stage exam, depending on the track you're applying for, if you are applying for bachelor's or master's, after the second stage exam, that is it. You will now wait for the publication of results and winners and prize winners. I have done a video on I've made a video on the timelines of the open door scholarship for bachelor's, master's, PhD, and postdoc, and you can check in my previous video to watch it. However, if you are applying for the doctoral track or the postdoctoral track, then you will have a third stage, and then before the release of the results. So for these ones, you need to have interviews with your potential supervisors and staff, and then you interact with them and know which university you want to choose and which supervisor you want to work with, and that is all that. So please, those are the differences and the similarities between the open door scholarship and the Russian government scholarship that I am able to get. And kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so that when we post new videos, you'll be able to watch. Thank you very much, and see you in my next episode. Bye bye.